Okay, so yesterday I played a game with white probably, and I won the chess game. But the problem was that I played a really positional, very comfortable game, and my opponent blundered very early. So it was a very nice game, but it wasn't really exciting or challenging for me. So the challenge with explaining my moves while playing is the fact that oftentimes you can't focus and concentrate on the games itself. Because I'm not a really strong chess player, it's really hard for me to focus on my moves as well as explain it and play with an equally strong opponent. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get in a very exciting position that will involve a lot of tactics, and I'm going to try to explain my logic behind all of my moves. So let's play 10 plus 5 rapid. Go. I'll try to play. Yes, yes, I was hoping for that. So I got a position and I can play Queen's Gambit. King's Gambit. Okay, no. He plays Sicilian defense. How am I going to create problems with Sicilian defense? What's the main idea behind Sicilian? I'm not sure. Okay, what you know what? I'm going to play this move anyway because I can. Yes, I can take you. I'm not going to. I think I'm going to push. Why? Why? Because I just want to, for now, keep the center close. Because I don't know the line, because I have no idea what's going to happen, and I pushed my f pawn, which means my king is incredibly vulnerable right now. That means that okay. So he started challenging my center early on. I think I'm going to let him take it. Let him take my pawn. Why? Because I will get a semi-open file for my rook, which is going to be incredibly beneficial to me. Okay, so yeah. I think I'm going to trade my bishop for the knight. Why? Because the knight is exerting pressure on this pawn, and I think having keeping this pawn on as long as possible before he trades it is going to be valuable for me. So I am going to just castle, and this diagonal is still very weak for me. I could try to challenge it. There is two defenders on this square and two attackers, which means take. Okay, that's a good move. That's a really good move. Why? Because it forces my hand to make a decision. And this actually comes with a check, a discovered check, which is not something I want. Maybe I'll. Yeah, let's just back up. Let's just back up. Okay, that doesn't scare me that much because it's not. I can't just put my okay. So yeah, exciting game as I say. So he just castle queenside, which means that he's going to march down his pawns on this side of the board, and I will probably have to march down my pawn on this side of the board. Okay, let's try developing my knight first. Why? Because by developing my knight, I'm going to exert pressure on this pawn, and he has to somehow defend this pawn. And if he doesn't, then his position pretty much collapses. This pawn is, I think, very important because it's supporting this pawn, of course. So if this pawn falls, this will fall as well, and the queen will be attacked, right? So that's the elementary level idea. Now he can take on this pawn, but I think if he takes the pawn, I will take these with a tempo. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I will take these first and trade knights, and then go knight to d5. Okay, so he protects the pawn. which might be the best move. I think I can go a4, a5, but I do need to get my pieces developed. His position is cramped. He can't develop his knight properly, so I think this is a really good time to attack. Really good time to march my pawn down. Okay, yeah, I honestly did not think of this move. If I go there, he goes here. I don't have, yeah, I don't have a good move for my good place for my knight. Okay, that's disappointing. I think I need to get more of my pieces developed before I can take on playing a weird opening. I'm also playing a very strong opponent. He's 1500 rated and he's 70 points higher rated than me, so I really need to be careful about how I go about playing him. So he has this move knight to b4, yeah, knight to b4, and honestly, it's a little intimidating. I need to resolve this issue with my bishop, with these pawns, because these pawns are making it really difficult for me to move. Maybe this is going to happen as well. Okay, yeah, this is what happens. Okay, I don't see any other ways but to move back here. Yeah, odd. I can continue my attack. Okay, if I go here, this he's just going to take this with the knight. So that's not an option. So I think I have to back up. I should have gone I should have gone d3 first, and then if he were to take it or open it up, same thing, right? Now I can restrict the knight's movement with these, and that would be a good idea. Let's think first. Why did he move his bishop? Because to protect this pawn, right? So now I think he can move these and get all of his pieces out. I don't want to give him that chance. So is he doing anything? Yes, he is. If I move this pawn, I think it's really important to protect this square from the knight, from getting the knight, because if he comes here, he will have access to these and these squares. And later down the line, if I move this pawn and try to open up the position, he will have a really nasty fork if I ever move my bishop off or if the bishop gets triggered. So I really need to focus on not giving him any chance at all, right? Sometimes that's what you need. Like, it might not be the incredibly accurate move, but just by stopping your opponent on the track, you can oftentimes make them think and make them take hard decisions. So where is he going? He's not going anywhere with his knight. His position is incredibly cramped, which is something I like. Now I can go here. I'm not sure. Okay, these. Let's play this because I need to open up my bishop somehow. If if this happens, then I can even move this pawn and try to open up my bishop this way in this diagonal. Let's see. Let's see what he does. I'm giving him more decisions to make, and the more decisions you give your opponents to make, the better you will be as a positional person. Okay, en passant. He can take en passant. I think I think I have an incredibly beautiful move. Because the knight is not going anywhere, I think right now is a really good time. And maybe not. Right now it's a really good time to move this. Because if it does take en passant, okay, no. Because I can't really take back. And that's a fork. So I need to be incredibly patient of how I deal with this. Because if I go prematurely, oh yeah, he drops his bishop. Okay, so I think it's a good time to develop my bishop. Again, if he takes back, I have no problem taking back with the bishop. Like, what is he doing? He's trying to develop his bishop in the other way, which is not really doing much. Also, he's stopping me from doing this. Okay, I think I am going to. I can trade, but it's a really nice bishop. Yeah, I think I am going to try to induce the move out of him. What I'm trying to do here is that I'm really low on time. Actually, I need to play a bit faster. Bit faster. Why? Because my plan has changed, right? So yeah, that's I think a good move. So now if he takes en passant, I can take back with my pawn. Or maybe not. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Because if he takes en passant, I can take back. He takes it. Take, take. Yeah, no, that was a mistake. Because there's three attackers on this square, and only two defenders. Three defenders. Wait, what? Well, actually, four attackers. Four attackers and three defenders. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I first need to take this knight, and then I need to take this pawn. And now I have access to this person, and that is an incredibly valuable thing to have. Okay, so now I need to be really precise on how. I don't want to give him a check and prematurely break out. Let him break out. Okay, if he takes, it's going to be a problem. How to solve this problem? I don't know. I don't see any ways to protect this pawn. So, let's not worry about protecting this pawn. Let's try. Yeah, let's try bulldozing him. Because knight, his knights are incredibly passive, right? That means that I can kind of march him down the board. Okay, what else? What else do I have? This knight is actually trapped, kind of. Okay, yeah, you know what? I am just going to march this bridge down the board. I think I need to give this a check. Give this check. Why? Just to keep him engaged. Yeah, that might not have been the best move, but I'm also stopping him from coming to this infiltrating. Uh, yeah, you might have some sort of idea. This falls, which is bad, which is problematic. Okay, let's keep marching him down, marching this bitch down. I'm not I'm not worried about this move because I can always uh, make this rook move with my queen. I can move this back. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So this just does not solve your problems. Okay, I think he might have this move, this queen trade, which I guess solves some of his problems. Maybe not, maybe not. Like this pawn is protected, so he can't really touch it. So I can meet this move with by attacking his queen. So that's fun. Okay. So basically, my knight is trapped, or not, or not. Right? Let's make him let's make him make a decision. I think the knight will be triggered. Knights will be triggered. The problem is, right? I'm guessing this move might happen. This might happen. This might happen. At the end of the line, though, I am going to win a piece if this happens. If bishop takes the knight and attack my queen. So I am very low on time, which is very problematic for me. And somehow, yes, that's what I was thinking. Okay, awesome, awesome. I am winning a piece. Awesome, awesome. Okay, okay, this is good. Why? Because if it induces this move, okay, doesn't. That's sad. That's problematic, I guess. Okay, I think I need to protect everything. Why? Because uh, otherwise it's going to be incredibly hard for him to break out. If I can protect everything, also the rook might be trapped, might get trapped, right? So that's fun. I'm guessing this move might happen. Okay, alright. Okay, I guess nothing to do, but yeah. If this move happens, I might have some ideas for sacrifice, which is important to have, which is an important concept to think about. I'm guessing this move. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, right? Infiltration. I'm guessing I need to have some sort of infiltration. he might even win this endgame. I think playing this move was a mistake, like genuinely a mistake. Yeah, I think I need to position my pieces a bit more purposefully. Okay. What I'm thinking of is sacrificing my bishop. Sacrificing my bishop for this. Oh no. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Why? Because my idea was to sacrifice the bishop. Okay. It doesn't, so that it doesn't come with check. That's the idea. I think I don't have any other ways, other choice but to sacrifice my bishop. I will have to use some sort of weakness, right? Okay. I'm guessing this move, yeah. And then I will infiltrate down this line. Why didn't I think of this before? Why did not I think of the infiltration before? My idea is to infiltrate down to the seventh rank so that I can get some sort of action. Okay, what is he planning? Oh yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move because it stops this infiltration, right? Maybe this problem is I do not have sufficient power to actually make any moves, actually make any good moves, you know? Maybe I should cut off the king, just in case. Okay, I stopped. Yeah, awesome. That's good. That's good. I just induced a weakness and he needs to now protect his weakness. That's good. That is good. Okay, that's progress. I'm making progress. Okay. So he just gave me a free pawn, which is cool. I'm stopping a lot of infiltration point for this rook. He can't give me a check. And that's a problem, right? That is a problem. Now he is going to, yeah. I don't think he can stop this. He can right now. by moving this pawn. Problem is, yeah, okay. This is also a free pawn. Awesome, awesome. Okay, okay, okay. That's a problem. That is a big problem. He just generated counterplay. He just generated counterplay. This is problematic, right? He might sacrifice his rook, trying to. It's an incredibly complex endgame, and I can't even speak trying to think about it. So right now, his goal is to stop the promotion of my pawns, and my goal is to not make him like promote my pawns. Right? My goal is to promote my pawns. If I can promote my pawns, I have a real freaking chance at winning this game. This just doesn't stop anything. Okay. Okay. So I finally was able to. Awesome. I need to be a bit careful though. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get my king closer as well as trying to checkmate him really, really fast. That's an important thing to understand, right? So I could have backed down, but that's when he will have a lot of checks with his rooks. I don't want to get into that. So the simple move sometimes is to march down forward like a king. I'm incredibly glad that I have picked 10 plus 5 because otherwise my clock would have banged down ages ago, ages. Okay, this is elementary. I need to be a bit careful about this check though. Now I can harass his queen. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Finally, finally, something good happened. Something good happened. I won his rook. Awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, let's analyze. It's a very complex game, and I had a lot of fun playing this game. A lot of fun. Why? Because it's first of all I beat a higher rated opponent, which is always fun, and I have crushed him with an incredibly dubious opponent, dubious gameplay. Right, f6. So let's analyze. Let's analyze what happened. So e4, e4. He plays the Sicilian defense c4. F4, f4 is incredibly weakening move. I played. I think this was the best move. Yeah. So now his idea was to break free, but this was a inaccuracy. Why? Because I would never take on on f6, right? I would never have taken f6 because it just allows his knight to come out. So I won't take on f6. This move's idea is simple: is to pin the knight and potentially trade it. So the best move was to defend defend it with the knight. But the thing is, they're not afraid of this move. Why? They're not afraid of mm, him taking. Wow. Okay. So if you take. Wait. So let's say I play this move and you take, right? I play this move, you take. Then what? Oh yeah, I have this nasty fork. I have this nasty fork and I win the queen. Okay. Okay, that's the idea. So the idea is to actually not be afraid. Sometimes you have to see the tactics 2 or 3 moves apart. So that was a mistake. Why that was a mistake? Knight h6 was great. Knight h6 was the best move. See how weird and prophylactic this move is? So he's basically getting out of this discovered check. Which is a fair point. Okay. Now that was an incredibly dubious inaccuracy. Why? It's hard for me to explain why it was an inaccuracy, but if I had to guess, I would say it's an inaccuracy because it allows me to propel my pawns forward and start a pawn attack. Because I have much more pawns than him on his queen side, he has only 2 pawns on his queen side, I have 4. That's why I have a pawn majority by 2 pawns, which is huge. And I can run him down, basically. I can kill him. That's what I did. Later in the game, as you could see, that I tried to play a4, then b4, then c4 sometimes, right? Now, also that was an inaccuracy because the best idea was to like kind of put my bishop, kind of open a path for the bishop to free and capture it, which is a fair argument, I would say. Also, I'm blocking my own pawn, c4 pawn, c pawn. It's incredibly important because I have a pawn majority. I also could have like made my center very solid, which would be a fine move as well. I think that was a blunder. Why that was a blunder? Because of not d3. Okay, so if I take and he takes. Oh, my bishop is trapped. My bishop is trapped. I have to see that because my because I have allowed this move, right? Bishop I have allowed d5, and now I have to move back with my knight. That was a very natural move. Like who would think to put his knight or maybe even attack the queen, right? Now my bishop is trapped. So that was also a blunder, right? Because I'm allowing my bishop to be trapped. Okay. Also, that was a blunder. Why that was a blunder? Okay, yeah. I mean, things are incredibly dubious. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake because you could allow. I just allowed en passant. Also, that was a blunder. Why that was a blunder? Because yeah, I just allowed this bishop to eat my and the knight has no squares. The knight is trapped. Okay, so the knight is trapped. The knight is gone. After the knight is gone, basically my entire position falls apart. I think maybe he can even sacrifice this bishop for activity. I don't know. That was a blunder. Why? That was a blunder, I think, because I just allowed my attack to kind of fizzle out. See. The engine tells me to take on g4, g5. But I was afraid that after g5 he would have incredibly strong move, knight to g5. And I was thinking that the knight is very strong here and he's exerting pressure on all of these places. But the engine is fearless. Maybe even bishop to g5, right? If you take bishop to g5. But maybe then now you can take the bishops, and now it's just it's not easy for him to defend because my attack is coming, right? Wow, so that's a very hard thing to see, visualize for me, someone like me. So see, later down in the line, I actually took this pawn, but when did I see it? Only when my knight was attacked. That was a mistake because yeah, because he should have made a battery. Okay. So basically, he tells me to take this bishop, and he tells me to take the bishop. My idea was to, if I would have taken the bishop, what do I have? I have one bishop, two rooks, one queen. So basically the same, but my thought process was that, okay, so later down the line, my thought process becomes the fact that I would have sacrificed my bishop for the pawn, and then a pawn would eat, and then I can push this pawn. But this doesn't work because one my pawn is tied down for this pawn, and even if I have sacrificed in this for this pawn my bishop, uh, and the king moves, I don't have any ways to push this pawn. So then I realized that this doesn't work. So I wasted a bunch of tempos, bunch of moves trying to place this. That was a mistake. I think the best move would have been to maybe a very natural move would have been to just go for my pawn. I don't see any ways to defend that pawn. Maybe with rook, but it looks just incredibly passive. You can just give this check, maybe like then take and then take. I don't see any ways to actually push these pawns, you know. Or maybe yeah, maybe this endgame is better for white. It's a very incredibly complex endgame. Okay, so the best move would have been to give this check right here, because if I would have been because to protect this pawn, he can't really step back, right? That was his mistake. He's allowed his king to step back and remove the protection of this pawn. That was his mistake. Okay. Anyway, my idea was to, with this blunder, with this move, was to cut the escape square for the king. So he kind of sort of allowed my pawn to like get promoted really really fast. Oh, so now okay. So see how the most natural move can look ludicrous to the engine. That's a very very sad thing to realize. For example, when he gave me this check with his rook, I stepped into the c file with king to c4, and my idea was that if he were to take my rook, I could have promoted. See, that was a mistake because my rook was literally hanging. I can't promote because of this, because the rook is guarding. Because he sidestepped. Again, why? Oh wow wow wow! What a dubious fucking move. Checkmate. Wow. avoid checkmate, I have to give up my queen. Can you believe it? He had to find one move to save the game. This check and then this check to win my queen. Because I can't step anywhere else. Anywhere else, if I step on it, I get checkmated. I lost a forced checkmate sequence. Why? What was the checkmate sequence? Yeah, that was the idea. Oh, again, I did in his rook. So, and then he resigned. So it was a very nice game. It was a like as you can see from this graph, it was all over the place. The game, and it was an incredibly dubious position. All one move settles the game. It has to be incredibly precise on all the tactical ideas. That's what makes this game so much fun, right? Wow, my goodness. Okay, that was very nice. Nice job.